Okay.
There. Good morning. I'm Karen O'Neill, and I'm here to welcome you to the Monday morning. We call it the Miracle Call, but I want you all to remember, seems, looks, feels like a miracle, but it's science, and it's awesome science. So we come here mostly to talk about the X39, but all the other patches have to have their due mention it from time to time because that's just the way it works. And what we do is we come on and we tell our stories, our experiences of things that have happened to us. And remember, we are not here to make any claims. We do not claim to diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases, but we do use this wonderful light therapy technology, and our bodies just know how to heal when we have the right, basically, environment. And so that's what we do. We share the stories of what's been going on in our lives. So if you could raise your hand, there's a little spot. I'm not that good about teaching that part. There's a little place where you can raise your hand at where it says, well, it depends on what kind of computer you're on, but it might say more, it might just say responses, but raise your hand if you have a story, and you come on in here and you can bless our community with your story. Even if you've told it before, we get new people. We also get forgetful and we forget some of the stories. So if you have a story that you love to share, feel free to share it with us because we want to hear it. And who would like to come on board first? Let's see. Adele, you're unmuted and your hand is up. Let's get you on here. And then Allie.
Hi, I didn't realize I was unmuted. Well, I'm in Dallas right now, and I started on the patches in September. I've used most of them off and on, but I religiously use 39 on the back of my neck. And my hands, I'm turning 66 in a few months. My hands do not look like they looked a few months ago, and people comment about them. So pretty exciting because they look like when I was in my 40s. So that's a pretty fun little side effect, as you'd call it. No, I'm waiting for the rest of the face, but at least my hands are getting better. I do wear Alavita here, and my hair's growing in darker on the top. So
that's awesome. You know, part of that hair getting darker is part of the copper peptide, because lack of copper can be one reason your hair turns white. So the copper peptide, and the copper peptide is also wonderful for the skin. Wonderful for the skin. The longer you use it, the better it gets. Thank you, Adele. That was a beautiful, fabulous story, and you told it perfectly.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Allie, come on in. And then we have Michael.
Some of you may have heard this because I've been using the patches since August. I had brain surgery that took out some key nerves and functioning, and much of my face and mouth were paralyzed. And when I started X39 in 2 weeks, I already noticed a difference in feeling. And when the 49 came out, I had functioning that I hadn't had in 10 years. So this is the most amazing gift.
Oh my gosh. And what a beautiful way to put it. An amazing gift. That is fabulous. And I'm sure you just keep thanking that person who invited you to try these patches. That's awesome. Yeah, what a great place to be. Thank you, Allie. And I do love your happy smile. Michael Duke, come on in.
Yeah, I would I just give a testimony about my wife here. Just well, we've been on the patches for almost 2 years, and I mean, basically the most recent thing is well, my wife has always had problems sleeping even when she was young. And so we played around with the different positions on the sleep patch. And of course I call it biotesting, muscle testing, to just check what location she should use. And we've ended up putting it, on her temple. And then we found that adding the Alavita to at night, to closer to the eye, in the center of your forehead, has made all the difference in the world for her sleeping. So yeah, so that's just one of the simple things. But the greatest testimony is, well, she had that little virus that causes nerve damage, and she had that in her eye. So it actually made her eye dry, and it would break down her cornea. So she was seeing the cornea specialist, and the other specialist. So we started to do the patches. We have one of those little eye shields, when you had a surgery, and we put the X39 on it, and the Eon on it, and she doesn't. It's done miracles for her eye. It even she was supposed to have a surgery, and 5 days before the surgery, I did that protocol for several weeks, and brought her into the doctor, and the doctor said, she doesn't need the surgery. So I just figured it's been a pretty great results. I just wanted to mention to others that patches do spectacular things. So my wife only now sees the eye doctor maybe a couple times a year, because her
Wow.
cornea is not breaking down, and it's kept the pressure in her eye to the place where they feel, yeah, she doesn't need a surgery. So
Wow.
I just yeah, because they were concerned about her going blind in both her eyes, just because she's always been really healthy, so she never went to the doctor. And it wasn't until she got the virus in her eye, and they actually misdiagnosed it in the hospital, so that made it worse. But yeah, so the patches have done wonders for her. I figured I would
That's
share.
amazing. Well, sleep is such a huge thing with your total overall health. That's huge. It's not a little thing. It is a huge thing. And your sight. Oh my gosh, there's no amount of words can express. So thank you for sharing that. That hope that it gives is wonderful. Thank you, Michael.
I'll have one more comment. I
Okay.
just brief notice on the screen. Well, basically, for me, biotesting, the X39 goes on the shield first, so that the Eon is closest. And then my wife's been wearing that now for well over a year. And then just over the last couple of months, we added the Eon to the center of the forehead, and that's made all the difference, because she'd only get to go to church maybe once a month, something like that, just because she wouldn't get enough sleep to get up to go. But now she's had the longest record. She's gone to church now for at least maybe like 2.5 months.
Wow. And you make a really good point. Our bodies do take time as they heal. They naturally do their own healing. It does take time. And I don't know if a lot of people are aware of this, but a lot of times symptoms that you get are after years and years of stress on your cells and things. I mean, it takes a long time to hurt your body too sometimes. So that healing can take time. So thank you, Michael, for clarifying the time that you've been doing it, because time and patience and fabulous results. Worth
Yeah.
every minute, isn't it?
Well, we had some pretty immediate results just putting the Eon in between your eyes, closer to one side. So
Awesome.
as far as with this,
Awesome.
so yeah.
Yeah, I love the fast results. I don't always get them, but I love them. Yeah, and my daughter injured her knee, and she has really gotten good results of not hurting so much with the patches. She really noticed when she'd take them off for one reason or the other how much it would hurt. So yeah, those are nice instant things. Awesome. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, we have robust tea. Adding robust tea to your diet will help you heal with the patches amazingly.
Awesome. Robust tea.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I say it right. ROOIBOS. Ribose or what?
Oh yeah, I don't know, but yeah, thank you for sharing that. Awesome.
We drink that.
All right.
And patches, and that makes all the difference.
Oh, that's fabulous. Yeah, our lifestyle is huge. What you eat and how active you are, all of those are huge too. Thank you, Michael. And we're going to go now to another Michael Olstedt.
Good morning, everyone. How's it going?
Going great. How are you?
Good. Hey, just a quick update on my aunt. So, she had a knee replacement 5 weeks ago, and she's been in a lot of pain, taking narcotics, and she hasn't been able to sleep. We started patching her up just with the X39. She got great relief, about a 50% drop. We then added the Ice Wave patch, and that got her about a 60, 70%. And we've been alternating that between Aeon in the evenings, which has helped her tremendously to sleep, because it was a throbbing pain. Her PT has really been kicking her butt. And then Ice Wave during the day. Just out of giggles, I have the AccuLife patches. Don't know if we're supposed to do it or not, but I put the AccuLife patches on her, and that dropped it between somewhere 90-95% of her pain, and she was just in disbelief. And I told her fam, I go, well, if you catch her out in the yard chewing grass, take a video and let me know, please.
Yeah.
I know they're like the Ice Wave patch a little bit stronger, but that seemed to really, really she's like, oh my gosh, I got to order some of those. So I don't know if anybody has some insight on that, using those, if there's pros and cons, but that really did help. And an update on my mom, she had a hip replacement 3 weeks ago. Tomorrow will be her 3-week anniversary. She's off all medication. She has never had to take narcotics. She's only been on ibuprofen. She's not taken any ibuprofen, and she's walking amazing, guys. Better than she has in 2 years. And we've patched her up like nobody's business, but those patches have done some miraculous things for her.
Awesome. That is exciting. Absolutely fabulous. And I've not ever heard that the AccuLite were stronger. Gregory, do you know? I've heard they were kind of the same, but who knows, and I've never heard that before. So that's kind of cool.
I heard they're the same, but I hear so many stories about it working better. I don't know if it's, placebo or what, but.
Well, I thought I heard on a call one day that they were the same as the ice patches, but the energy in them were stronger. And I don't know where I heard that, or if that's in my head. I don't know.
I know that the adhesive is stronger.
Stay on the horse's hair.
That they changed the adhesive to so they'd stick better on horses. But
hey, Greg,
yeah,
Gregory, it can't be a placebo. Horses don't lie.
That's right.
You're right. Okay.
Well, we know the original effect isn't placebos, but we're just wondering about that boost. That's cool. That is cool. And so awesome. Thank you for sharing. And I guess we'll all have to pay attention to that one. And Peter, you're up next. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, happy anniversary, Robin and Gregory.
And that was yesterday.
Love the pictures you posted. Very cute.
A very wonderful day. Thank you, everyone.
You guys haven't changed a bit.
We're growing younger together.
Exactly. So I was talking with a neighbor, lovely young lady who is probably in her late 20s, and asked how she was doing. And she said that she was doing terrible, that she was in excruciating pain, and her lower back was all jacked up, and in fact spent 6 or 7 hours at a hospital waiting to be x-rayed and tested. And when they finished the testing, they told her that her, 2 or 3 discs in her lower back were shot, and talked about wanting to do back surgery. And they gave her an injection, which helped somewhat with the pain. She was out in the yard playing with her dogs, throwing the ball for her golden retrievers. And clearly she was in some pain. And then after a little while, she said, I got to go back in. I got to take a pain pill. And so we had already introduced her to the X39 and told her that we thought that was a technology that could possibly help her. But when she said she needed to go get a pain pill, I asked her if we could try the Ice Wave patches on her lower back, and she agreed. And out in the yard in front of everybody, we moved the patches around on her I guess workout pants, and I found the sweet spot. She went from an 8 to a 3, bracketing her lower back, and then pulled her pants down and put them on her butt. And a moment later, she said, oh my God, my pain is completely gone.
Woo.
And she was crying tears of joy.
Oh.
She was so happy to be pain-free.
That's awesome.
think
That is really awesome.
We either have a new preferred customer or distributor. I'm not sure which yet. But yeah, it
That's
felt
awesome.
so gratifying to be able to assist her in some pain relief.
Mhm.
Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it? It's really nice. Thank you. Thank you. And let's
You're
see, the
welcome.
last time I looked, I didn't see any more hands up. So guys, search your souls and your stories. What can you share today to bless our community? It looks like somebody with a CH has their hand up.
I actually didn't put my hand up yet, Karen. I thought you were ending the call. This is Angela Shaughnessy. And I know we might have a couple more quick stories to share, but before we do end, I want to let everyone know that for the spin that happens on our call tonight, we are asking that everyone who shared their story here today get brave and share it on our Vibrant Living Facebook group. And if you get that posted today before 5 p.m. Pacific, you are going to be in the spin, and it will be for a prize for something that's going to help your business. So I just wanted to make sure everybody knows, get these great stories in. We love your stories. We need more of them. People need to hear your experiences, your customers' experiences, and just make sure we don't mention any product or patch names or company names. And let's get some more people in the spin winning some business tools.
All
Thanks,
right.
Angela. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so the person with CH has their hand up, and then another one that says iPhone. I don't see any names on there, so whoever has CH by your name, please go ahead and share, and then iPhone with your hand up.
And can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Christina Holly, and all right, I better not tell that story. I know it's gonna upset me. I don't know why, but well, I know why, but I'll try to
It's,
get through
you
it.
know what? Honest emotions are really okay, so don't even worry about it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. My dad in 2020 in August, he started having some problems with his knee. In 87, he had surgery on the one knee, and he knew he needed it on the other knee. And he heard it, and he felt like, well, I think that I'm probably going to have that surgery. He waited all those years, you know.
Wow.
And anyways, he just had a real high pain tolerance. Anyways, in August of 2020, he just, some reason, he just felt like he needed to have it done. So he was waiting to get surgery. He's 83 years old. And so they're taking him through a bunch of tests and stuff. And I ended up coming out in February because he wasn't being able to sleep at all. He was sitting in a chair and couldn't lay that leg out flat. And when I got there, I could hear him at night, like literally crying.
Oh.
And I didn't know much about the patches. And I started working with some of the people that with the patches and stuff, and they were telling me to order in Ice Wave and X39 and Carnosine. So I ordered a bunch, and I first thing I did was I put the Ice Wave on the knee, and I was down on my knees, and I put that on him, and he said, "What did you do?" And I'd asked him what his pain level was, and he said 10 and above. And I put that on there, and he said, I go, what are you okay? And he said, my pain is down to a 2.
Wow.
And it was just so emotional. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, you know. And then I put the Alavita right between his eyes, and he literally went to sleep that night. He went to sleep at like 6 o'clock, and he slept till this next morning, like until 6 o'clock.
Wow.
And he hadn't been sleeping at all. So we got him through some really hard, painful times with those patches, and helped him through the rest of his time here on Earth. He passed on the March of 2021.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's actually when my husband passed as well.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So So you're bringing tears to my eyes because of the joy that you felt that you could make his life more comfortable and give him some sleep. And it is emotional. I can see why you're crying, and how beautiful to make some of those last times of his, less painful and more joyful.
Yeah, it really was. I couldn't believe it. I had used the patches one other time for a couple of times. I use them a lot, like at night. I use a Alavita. I'll get in the middle of the night, and you know how you get those pains in your legs that just shoot all of a sudden? I just grab one of those. I keep it on my nightstand and throw it on there. I used to get up and try to move it and do everything. It just takes it out like that. It's
wow, that's Alavita?
X39 or Eon, but I usually use my
X39 or Eon. Okay, cool.
I use Eon at night and X39 during the day. So that's why usually it's an Eon, and it takes those out just like that. I don't have any more pain at all. So
that's awesome. That is awesome.
I've had some great experiences, and thank you for letting me share.
Oh yeah, and thank you for sharing about your dad, because that's heartstrings. It's just so special when we can help those we love and care about. Which is everybody we help, we love and care about them, don't we?
Yes, that's awesome. Right. That's right. So beautiful. Thank you. And thank you for all you guys sharing. It really helps us a lot in getting through some of our situations. I have my mom living with me now, so I have used patches on her for everything. I can't imagine how, I can't tell you guys all the things, but sometime I'll call in and tell you some more.
Awesome. Thank you. And we really appreciate it. Thanks for blessing us. And so here's the lineup. We have somebody who just says iPhone and they have their hand up. John Ward has his smiling, happy face there. And then Robin. So let's get going and continue.
This is Michelle on the iPhone. I keep forgetting to put my name on there. Anyway,
hi, Michelle.
Hi. Richard was cooking fish the other night, and the grease popped up on the inside of his arm. And he got two big spots of probably about a quarter size and nickel size of it was a pretty deep burn. It was kind of bubbling up on the edges of those two spots, and it had burned through the skin. It looked so sore. So we got an X39, and it fit right in between those two. It kind of touched the edges. So that made me hurt when I thought about touching it. Anyway, it's been less than a week, and it's already pink skin. It's healed already in less than a week. He heals faster than most people do anyway. But those burns were deep, and he was kind of rubbing at him and complaining a little bit. And he never does that. He doesn't. It's like he has a real high pain tolerance. But I thought it was nice that it healed that grease burn that quickly and without hardly any pain. And it's already pink skin in less than a week.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The miracle of our scientific patches. Awesome. Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome.
John.
Hey, good morning. From
Good morning.
sunny, warm, humid Southwest Florida. So one of the things that I've done, I went back to the gym 10 weeks ago, and I just celebrated my 70th birthday, and I feel the best I've ever felt. And one of the things that I did is I used the hat protocol, and I add X39 and X49 in the top of my hat when I go to the gym. And I can't begin to tell you the difference in what I've been able to accomplish workout wise compared to any other time I've ever gone. But the biggest thing is, no matter how hard I push myself, I'm never sore.
So you don't get sore. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's just amazing. So I, for my 70th birthday, I weaseled a free 1 hour training session with a guy I met at the gym that trains NFL players. So I told him, I said, for 1 hour, I want you to push me. And I want to know. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you share with us. That'll be fun.
Yeah, well, yeah. he's the kind of guy, he raised his eyebrow. He goes, how old are you? I said, 70. He said, you want to be pushed? I said, yep.
Love it. Love
So,
it.
and
I,
then
I think,
go ahead.
oh, I just think, I
Go
think
ahead.
we all think of ourselves as younger now.
Oh, I'm starting my 4th year in June, and I literally feel the youthfulness of the remodeling of the gene expression. I feel it.
Awesome.
And I do have a quick question because I'm at a loss. I have a client who has, how should I want to say this? They have narrowing in the spine and pain and stiffness, and X39 has not helped. So if there's any suggestions, I would be overjoyed.
Okay, and if anybody wants to take that, I don't know. Sounds like that might be a good doctor question on one of the doctor calls. Tuesday night or Wednesday, I think 1-ish Mountain Time for Dr. Nicholas. So that's kind of where I go, I think. Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mike, and good luck at the gym. Yeah, awesome. Okay, Robin, you're up.
Okay, well, thank you, Karen. Thank you, everyone. Oh my gosh, so fun to hear the stories and so beautiful when we can, help the quality of life of our loved ones. That's so touching. I had I had 2 calls the other day with 2 new people that had watched all the IceWave videos and this and that. They still weren't getting relief. And I want to thank Dr. Barbara and Michelle for that fabulous video they did, because the clock method can be a little tricky for some people, and some people shy away from IceWave because they haven't had the best results. So I just want to encourage everyone to play with it and trust your instincts and go over a joint. That seems to be the most consistently effective patching protocol that I've come across with IceWave. Well, the total body points are really helpful too. If you're stumped with pain, put them on one of the total body points and you'll find those points in Live Younger, Success, and Nitty Gritty Basics. But this woman was literally in tears with some hip pain, and she was very athletic, and she was showing me where her patching was. Just move things around a little bit, and she was in pain for tears of pain, and then she went into tears of joy when we found that spot because we moved it over the joint. And so, the white patch, move over a joint away from the tan patch with IceWave, and then a little extra boost, you can put an Eon on top of it and watch what happens, and glutathione on top of that if you're not getting anything or not getting enough. And if you haven't watched David Schmidt's pain management webinar from the Connect series, I think you would highly benefit from it, because he talks about the 4 patches we have that help with pain. So back to you, Karen. Thank you so much.
Okay, and thank you, Robin.
Hey, Robin. This is Dr. Jennings. Could I just make a quick comment?
Yes, please.
I do consider crossing a joint still being the clock method. It's just going further. So when I'm placing IceWave, I'm still doing the clock method. I'm just going a little further and crossing the nearest joint.
Great. Thank you for that clarification. That was fabulous. It's amazing how it works. It's crazy. So thank you.
And what a great community we have here sharing all of this. And I also wanted to say, and Dr. Jennings or any of you argue with me if you want to, but when somebody's in like a acute state of pain, like when my daughter just tore really badly, her meniscus almost completely torn, and when I had my shoulder surgery, we don't pay so much attention to 12 on, 12 off. We kind of keep those patches on for a few days, and I've not had any problem with that. Then I take them off when I can. So I don't know if anybody else has done that, but when you're in something acute and you need a lot, I think sometimes it's okay to leave them on a little bit longer, for a day or 2 or 3. Anyway, just thought I'd say that. And I don't think we have any more hands up. Wait, yeah. Michael Duke, is your hand still back up or still up?
I'm up.
Okay,
I
go.
just wanted to mention that when we added the X49 to using, the ice wave did work a whole lot better for my wife.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. Yeah.
yeah,
And
so-
that's what, follow your intuition, try different things. Don't give up. That's the main thing. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Keep trying, because it's wonderful for pain. I was, again, I didn't have to have a lot of pain medications either. So that's awesome. All right. So I think we're who is this?
Hello, this
Yes?
is Jana. I couldn't do the hands up place here on the computer.
Go right ahead, Jana, and then we'll close with you and get
Okay.
back to Robin and Gregory. Thank you so much. Come on in.
All right. I just wanted to mention that I've had a number of different joint pains, and I've had hip surgery and everything. And one of the things I discovered by accident, and I've mentioned this before, but maybe everybody hasn't heard this, is that I was wearing a sleep mask, and I had glutathione, eon, carnosine, all the way across an X39. And I woke up one night with severe knee pain. I don't even know what happened, but I was in agony. And I didn't know what to do. And I had this idea, and I took the sleep mask off and I draped it over my knee. And then within minutes, I went back to sleep. I had no pain. And
Awesome.
so now I take that sleep mask to bed with me. Oh, and I did use it after my hip surgery. And I just move it around to different places where I have pain. It's kind of like my teddy bear. And, and it really, really works well. So that's just a thought. You could use anything to strip them across and then just move it where you need it during the night or whenever.
That's awesome, Jana. Thank you. Thank you. This has been a lot about pain today, a lot of it. So awesome. All right. Well, thank you, everyone who shared. Thank you. Your stories are precious. Every one of us, every story is important. Every story leads to better quality of life, and we love it. And I think that's going to top off our Monday morning miracle call. Remember, it's science. And let's turn it right back to Robin and Gregory.
Oh, thank you, Karen, and thank you, everyone. Oh my gosh, I love being inspired every Monday morning. And thank you for all the wonderful congratulations from so many of you. We did have a great anniversary. It was very, very special. So tonight we have two new directors, and one sponsored the other. So how cool is that? We have a group that is on fire. You're going to get to hear what they're doing to get there so quickly. We're talking literally weeks from brand new to director. So that is part of tonight. We have our doctor's call, or our LifeWave introduction call tomorrow night. I've started to talk like you guys. Oh dear, we got a problem. So we do an introduction to LifeWave every Tuesday night and have a special guest practitioner with us. And then time for stories and Q&A. And yes, thank you, Angela, for reminding people to put your stories in the Live Younger Facebook group and be in the running for one of those gifts. But more importantly, when you share your stories, you change other people's lives, because it gives other people the idea of what they can be doing, who they can share with. I mean, everyone's going to be buying AccuLife now, I think, based on this call this morning. So thank you, everyone, for being here. Gregory, do you have anything else to share?
No, I think we're complete. We can just invite everyone to unmute and say goodbye.
Say goodbye and thank you. And someone did ask where that pain management program is. If you go to Live Younger Success in the library under the David Schmidt videos, you will find the pain management one there. I think it's also in Nitty Gritty Basics. Okay. Anything else from anybody? Unmute and say thank you and goodbye.
Thanks, everybody, for sharing.
Thank
and
you. Great call. Thank you. Wonderful call.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a
Happy anniversary.
Have a blessed day.
Thank you, everybody.
Blessed day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao,